Hello coloring friends, and welcome to part 2 of this tutorial where I'm going to show you how I did this background in World of Flowers, how I did this tracing of the text in the background. I know there are these templates with text that you can use, but I don't have one of those, so this is a way of doing your own text template. And you're going to need a text. In this page I am using the famous text about love from the Bible. I printed it on a regular copy paper, and for doing this you need a well-sharpened pencil, a regular one, soft pastels or chalks or eyeshadows, and a cotton pad. You will also need a fine liner and a good eraser. And maybe if you are careful, you can bring a cup of coffee with you. Just keep it away from the page. So let's get started. I'm gonna use my most messy chalks. I bought them a long time ago for my scrapbooking, and I have probably dropped them on the floor sometimes because they have been all broken. You can also use eyeshadows for this if you don't have chalks or soft pastels. The color really doesn't matter. I used black. I think it needs to be some not too soft, too light color. So now I'm gonna do soft pastels with a cotton pad on the back of the paper where the text are, and I'm not going to do the whole page at the same time because then it's going to be too messy. So I just take the first part up here, and not too much and not too little. Okay, let's see if that works. Okay, so now I need a sharp pencil, a regular pencil. I think I'm going to line it up here with a book. So, and see. So it's so and so. Okay, so now I'm going to trace it with my pencil on top of the letters. So it's good if the letters are not too small or too difficult to trace. Of course you can write your own text if you have a good handwriting. I don't have this even and beautiful handwriting, so I trace instead. This is gonna take some time, you understand. Okay, can you see? It's not very visible, but it's there. Okay, so now the first line is made. So I'm going to show you. I think I'm going to take one line at a time so I don't mess it out, the text, and so it's more easy to see where it is. I'm going to use a brown, the same brown fine liner, and now I'm going to fill it in. So this is also, and a good thing is to have the paper in front of you so you can see, because sometimes it's so light and it can be hard to see all the little details. So I think it's a help to have the paper in front of you so you can compare with the text. And when this has dried, I can erase if there's any soft pastels that should go away. Yeah, so now I just keep doing this. And next row I will try to fit in and see where the text was. And I had, because I had it on the top here, it's easier. What I did when I did the last page was also that I drew some, oh you can't see, I did some, I'm gonna zoom out. I did with the pencil a soft line, not so hard, to see where the edges of the papers should be. Okay, so time for next row. Okay, now when I look at it, I think that it would have looked better if I had done it from frame to frame. Okay, so let's think how to do the next parts. Actually, I'm gonna do it from the bottom because I want this line, and now these three remain: faith, hope, and love, but the greatest of these is love. I want that to end all of this, so I want that to be visible. So I'm gonna do that line now. So this is also why I start with a soft pastel background with the text. In this page I had already started a bit with the flowers before I realized I would do a text on it. But it's best if you have nothing colored at all, because it's going to be a lot of erasing and you don't want to discolor your beautiful coloring. Okay, so now this is the question, because the heart is it's so much heart here. I mean, up here I will not have text at all, where the heart is almost at the edges. But down here I would like to have text. But with my paper there is not much text there. So I think I'm going to cheat or try to do a bit of the text here and then move it. I did this on the other page too, the bugs. It's a bit tricky, but I don't think it needs to be perfect. I think it's going to be beautiful anyway. At least more beautiful than if I would have written it myself. Okay, so this time I'm gonna do it more out in the edge. Okay, so here's the text, and it took me around 1 hour to do it in real time. And now I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna fix me some coffee. I'm gonna wash my hands, although they're going to be dirty again because I'm going to do a soft pastel background on this, as I did on the other page, the bug page. And after that I'm going to spray it with fixative, and then it's time to color the heart. So see you. So I'm back with clean fingers, although they're going to be dirty again. And my coffee, I'm going to store it far away from the book. So I have put out my bigger set of soft pastels and my set of knives, these kind of crafting hobby knives, because and another bit of scrap paper, because I'm going to do kind of palette here that I can choose from, and I want some browns. I'm going to do some scraps on the paper, maybe this one. So now I'm going to mess around with these colors with my finger, because I think I like that. Even if it's dusty. You can of course use cotton pads again, and I might use some of these cotton sticks around the corners. I haven't decided. I'm going to play around with these colors. So I'm going to start with maybe something like that. And now I'm going to erase again on the line art. And now I'm going to bring out my electrical eraser. I'm going to start it before I put it on the page and erase it along the lines, the smaller areas. Okay, so that was what I was going to show you today. And what I'm going to do now is spray this with fixative. You can also use hairspray. Don't be too close to the paper. It's going to smell, so don't be in a room where you have other people or where you are going to be, and let it dry. And you can do maybe 2 layers of the spray, and after that you can color the picture. But yeah, I hope you liked this video. If you did so, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't done that yet. So see you later. Goodbye.